Hailey. So today's video is going to be kind of how I got into reading and my relationship with books and what really helped me with realizing that I really like reading and getting into stories. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Until I was in about 4th and 5th grade, I didn't like reading, and I felt really bad about reading because all my friends were reading stuff that was above my level of reading, and I just felt like I couldn't do it really. But then I was introduced to graphic novels, which really changed how I thought about reading and really made me enjoy reading more, and that's how I got into reading. The first graphic novel that I ever read was Smile by Raina Telgemeier. This book changed me forever, I guess, if that doesn't sound too dramatic, but if you don't know what it's about a girl who, it's a memoir, but it's a girl who loses her teeth when she falls down and she's going through fixing them, and it's like kind of her life also. It's just a really good book in my opinion, and it just really helped me get into reading because it was at my reading level at the time, and there were pictures, and I was still kind of into picture books because I still hadn't gotten into reading that much, and it really kicked it off for me, and I'm really grateful for this book because it is probably one of my favorite books of all time because of it. As I mentioned earlier, my relationship with books hasn't always been that good because, especially when I was in 1st grade, my best friend at the time, she was reading stuff that was above my reading level, and I would try to read it and I wouldn't understand it and I wouldn't know a lot of words, but because she was reading it, I would want to try to read it, and it just really it made me feel really bad about myself. And so I kind of just didn't read in 2nd and 3rd grade, and then towards the end of 3rd and the beginning of 4th, I found the book Smile. And I was really interested in it because one of my friends showed it to me, and I found it really interesting, and I had never really found another book interesting before. I had kind of just done it because somebody had told me to, or stuff like that. And so I read it, and then I read the next one, which is Sisters, and I got into reading from there. The next book that I read was The Island of the Blue Dolphins, and that was my first book that I enjoyed reading that didn't really have pictures in it. And yeah, from then on, I just really liked reading, and I really got into it. As you can see, I love graphic novels. Basically this whole shelf is my graphic novel shelf. I do have a few children's books over here, and some books that I just don't really fit on the other shelves. But the next book that was the first book that I was really excited to buy is called Real Friends, and it's by Shannon, Hale, and LeUyen, Pham. Sorry, I said that wrong probably. But I went on a trip with my parents, and we went to this tiny little bookstore, and I saw that this book was 5% off. And it looked a lot like Smile because it's another kind of memoir type book, and it's about Shannon Hale's life, so one of the author's life. And this is another one of my favorite books because, again, it really kind of helped me kick off reading, And I think it's really important if you're trying to get into reading to just find something that really connects with you and that you really enjoy doing, because a mistake that I made was just reading something because my friend told me it was good or because people wanted me to. But if you really want to get into reading for fun, I think it's important to find something that you're reading because it's for you and it's self-care and it's not something that somebody told you to do. And I just think that's really important. I know some of you are probably like, well, Hannah, that's not a book. Like, how could you get into reading if you're not reading a book? I disagree, because I think that if a book has pictures, it doesn't make it less of a book. I think that it just enhances the story, and it really makes it a better experience for somebody who's maybe a younger reader, or if you are a very visual person and you have a hard time imagining things. I think that books with pictures in them, like graphic novels, are really a great option. Reading a graphic novel for the first time might not get you into reading, it might not work for you, but I just want you to know that you're not alone if you're having trouble reading like I was, and that there's always going to be something that you find that you'll like that will really just kind of kick it off for you. That's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day, and bye.